I'm going to show you how to add a real quick button on your website to allow your customers or patients to make payments from your website. So once you log into the gateway, it's pretty simple to do. You log into the gateway, and I'm going to show you what our website looks like because we use the same gateway to accept payments from our website. And what we do is we just put our website on our invoices that we send out. So when somebody gets an invoice, they know they can go to our website to pay that invoice. So they go to our website, and in the top right corner we put a pay invoice button. Click that, and then you go down to the payment page where you can input the amount. We'll do $1 just for a test, and then make a payment right there. Click that button, and it gives you this page, which is hosted on a separate server, secure server, so you're not actually accepting the payments through your website. So it takes all the risk away from your website and puts it in a secure environment on a cloud that is hosted somewhere else. And so you can ask for whatever information you want to ask for. In our case, we track our invoices with a simple invoice number. So under the additional information, these are custom fields that you can create. If you're a medical clinic and you track patient numbers, or if you track date of births, you can add a date of birth field, you can add a patient number, you can add whatever fields you want under here to make sure you get that information so you know how to apply that payment. It's real simple. Then you go through, hit continue, and then it'll confirm. Then it'll ask for your credit card information on the next page. And then they'll just click through and they can process that transaction. You'll be notified via email to whoever you have put on the list to receive the email notifications, and then you're good to go. But to set up this technology, you just go to the payment gateway, the Best Card Payment Gateway, log in. The first thing you want to do is create the button for your website, and you'll go down to settings, and Quick Click is actually the application that you use to put that button on your website. So you go to Quick Click, and then you choose the button generator, and this will generate a button for you. Scroll down. There's different types of buttons you can create, but essentially if you want to do just what we did on our website and allow your customers or your patients to pay an invoice on your website, you create a donation button. It's not for donations, but that's just what it's called because that's where you're just simply putting in an amount and making a payment. So even though it says donation, it's not a donation. It's just putting this type of button on your website. So you hit the create donate button, and then the item description, we usually just put pay invoice. If I could type. It's like that. English. You want to include the amount field. So that'll allow the customer to put an amount in. The finish URL is basically just your website. So we'll go up to our website. And we'll go back to our website and take I'm going to copy and paste the URL. I copied it. Go back over here. This is where the customers will be taken back to after they complete the payment. So where we want to send them back to our home page. Key verification, just use the default and then create the button. And here it is. This is the HTML code that you need to embed into your website. I'm going to copy and paste it. And then you would copy and paste it in your website. You may have to work with your web developer to figure out exactly where to embed that. But there are some kind of demo HTML sites out there if you want to Google. I just use this one. That's called play-hooky.com. And I'm going to delete the text that's already in there and put the HTML code that we created. And then I'm going to click Show Page. And there it is. There's the donate button right there. And if you know a little bit about HTML, which your web developer you can change some of the sizes of this. Like, I always like the this box to be a little bit longer, so you can go into the code and change the size of that. Your web developer will know how to do it, or if you know a little bit about HTML, you can change it, but you can customize this a little bit. So once we did that, you embed that in your website, and then of course that's enough of it's enough of her. Go to our pay invoice page over here. And see, we changed the code a little bit, so we expanded this to make it fit our website a little bit better. So that's just how we did it. So once you generate that code, your website's ready to go. There are a couple of customizations you want to do. Go to Quick Click again, and you can change the look and feel of that second page. So if I go back to our website, when you put in the amount, since this is hosted on a secure server, it doesn't have the exact look and feel of your website, but you can customize this page, and you do it through this. I'm going to click Edit, and you can see the colors we chose for that page. We have a header, so you can put a URL of a page header up here. That's where we get this stuff up top. And then you can put any text you want to put in, any footers, maybe your contact information at the bottom of the screen like we did down here. And you can all do that through the Quick Click options. Once you do that, you can select the customer information that you want to choose. In this case, we asked for first name, last name, company. You can create optional fields, or you can hide the fields. We hid almost every other field. A lot of the fields we hid because we don't have necessarily, we don't ship any products, so we hid all the shipping fields. We did add the invoice number, and then we added these required fields. Then you would just hit save. The invoice number is a customized field, and to create a customized field, you have to go to Settings and Merchant Defined Fields, and you create a new field right here. So you would just edit, name it, and the type of field you want. It can be a checkbox, it can be text. We usually do text, or radio, and then you save that field. Then it'll show up just like this invoice number field showed up, and then we added the invoice number field into the information that we request. And it's that easy. Then you're done. The only other thing you would want to do is in settings, and we talked about this in a different video, but you want to make sure the address verification, you make sure that the street address matches and the first 5 digits of the zip code do not match. If that happens, if somebody does not put in the correct zip code, it'll reject the transaction. You want to apply that security setting. You also want to apply the security setting if the address does not match and the zip code doesn't match. It'll reject that transaction as well. Those are the 2 that we recommend. Make sure those are on. The other setting that we recommend, if you click the back button, go back to card ID verification. You want to make sure that you ask for the 3 digits on the back of the card. If that does not match, or if they do not put it in, it's going to reject that transaction. That's a security setting. You want to have that in there. So really, that's how you set up a payment page on your website using Quick Click. Very easy to do. If you have any questions, you can call the members of the Best Card team, and we'll help you out.